Okay, greetings everybody. Welcome to the semester, Fall 2021. This is my first time using a screen recording function with Windows, so bear with me. Let's see if we can make this a better experience here. Okay, so I want to give you a brief tour of the syllabus so you guys know what you're expecting here. Welcome to Fall 2021. I am your professor, Dr. Lozon, Rob Lozon. Rob is fine. Dr. Lozon is fine. Those are pretty much the only two ways that I answer. Email is the best way to communicate with me. The caveat is, yeah, I prefer email, but this semester I'm going to try to use the Canvas tool a little bit more, the inbox there, because I realize in past semesters of getting functional with Canvas, there's really no back and forth in email. Like Blackboard enabled me, it used to enable me to email students directly, which I loved, but that's not there anymore. So please, use email, but Canvas is cool. I'm going to try to be as active as possible in staying up on that. Take it easy, don't sweat it. If I don't respond as quickly as you'd like, hang tight. My expectations are not going to be insane for you. I try to offer some leniency. This is a classroom. This is not a real work environment. I know a lot of your professors are like, well, I got to get you ready for the real world. We're going to do that. We're getting you ready for the quote-unquote real world, but most of you are living in the real world already. So please, just bear with me on this. I'm going to, be as diligent as possible to be as fast as possible. But again, I'm lenient with due dates and things of that nature. So course description, it's a course to introduce basic business communication principles and establish written communication standards, yada, yada, yada. You guys can go through this on your own. Every single element of this course is designed to try to not only get you familiar with the genres of business writing and business communication, but also, convey some maybe better work habits in you. Things like staying on track, following your own schedule, creating your own organization strategy. Those are some things that I've worked into the course that are not necessarily graded, but they're things that I think you'll probably get better at as the semester progresses. There's the learning outcomes. These are things that you should expect to be proficient in at the end of the semester. Select and utilize appropriate formats for professional writing. Plan, edit, and revise written work consistent with professional standards. Now, this one's super crucial. You will be working in a group. I will assign you in the coming weeks to a group for the entire semester where we will be editing amongst yourselves as a small group to make business documents more professional and in my opinion, a much better kind of way to look at writing. Instead of looking at writing as, haha, I wrote it, I sent it to my professor, I'm done. I want you really to work through this an iterative process where you're gonna take this and you're gonna present iterations of the work, and you're gonna work on editing and revising. Don't be upset if I come back and say I think it should be a little bit different like this, or one of your peers say they think it should be different. That's really a core part of this class. I'm not so much impressed by students who get it right from the get-go as I am with students who are able to, take constructive criticism and fold that into their work. Similarly, I'm not a big fan of when students look at another student's document and says, yeah, it looks great, I think you're done, go ahead and submit it. That's not constructive criticism. Even my own work, I ask for criticism of that. Nobody is beyond constructive criticism or ways to make their work better. Nothing is ever finished. Even masterpieces have typos. So design and present oral communication skills, that's one. That's the third. Select and use appropriate graphic aids. Utilize computer resources to achieve communication objectives. Write various business correspondences, including internal and external to the business organization. Conduct and report business research. Develop correspondence appropriate to the job search. That will be a kind of a core thing we'll do here. The resume, one of your first things to do, just send me a resume. Whatever you have. If you don't have one, go to the Career Center. Work on getting that developed. This is an online asynchronous course. You'll be able to do this at 3 in the morning if you so choose. Don't expect me to answer at 3 in the morning, but you can do this at 3 in the morning. None for the prerequisites, co-requisites. Technology, a webcam will be required for at least one of the assignments. You'll have to record a little video resume. That will be how we're going to overcome this oral communication component here. So I can do a little evaluation of your image on camera here. This is the book that you should be able to find this relatively cheap. I've been using it since 2013. So here's the assessments, activities. Everything is broken down. I don't believe in like huge. The biggest project is the final project, and that's a group effort. If you do everything, you'll get an A. I promise you that. You just got to do everything. Just make sure you do everything. You should have no problem getting an A in this class. It's not an easy class. A lot of people consider this busy work, but there's a little thing. If this looks like busy work, blah blah blah. There's a strategy to having more of these things. I don't believe in students failing a course because they missed the final exam or something like that. It seems like a ridiculous expectation of students. Part of, for me, the philosophy of a formal education to begin with is for you to go through the steps, and if you go through the steps, you'll come out on the other end all the more wiser. So take from that what you want. If you're somebody who really begrudges busy work or whatever, maybe don't try to view this as busy work. Maybe just view this as a series of iterations towards one larger final project, which is basically what it is. It's all scaffolded together. If you're doing the press release and memo, that will be, contributing towards your final project anyway. If you're doing the resume, that contributes towards your video resume, and et cetera, et cetera. If you're doing the resume and business card, that's contributing towards maybe getting ready for a networking event or some kind of job fair in the future. So, don't begrudge the setup here. I'm doing this to help the greatest common denominator of students here. Here's the course schedule. I think it's rather light. Some weeks are heavy. Some weeks are like nothing, like this. This is all. You don't got to turn in anything here for the 2 weeks in September. This kind of stuff I think is like for here, the press release is due. So you got to get going here, right? So you turn in your first press release. You got a week to rest here, and another week to incorporate that feedback. Between September 20th and October 4th. One thing to know about the due dates is all these things. So August 23rd. This is not due until the end of the week. This is not due until you. Let me see what the end of this week is. I should just be able to add 7 to that, and everything should be, fine. The 29th. All assignments are due at the end of the week. Keep that in mind. Okay. Discussions are due, and you have to contribute to the discussion. So make sure. I used to put respond to the discussion in the following week, but just make sure you respond to it by the next week, so you guys can maintain some activity. Here's the grading criteria. Participation is crucial. Discussions for this course will allow you to utilize your collective critical reading and listening skills. There you go. I will let you sit out 2 of these assigned discussions, okay? But choose those wisely. Choose them when you need them. Communication organization. You're going to be receiving a bunch of different instructions in different times. Make sure you stay on top of that. I'm not going to remind you of things popping up here. I would hope you would stay up to date with the schedule. You got to keep track of your own grade. This might be easier this semester because I am using the assignment submission prompts, which is something I don't necessarily like. but I have too many sections to organize it on my end. So I said, okay, let me embrace the Canvas assignment submission. Students used to submit all assignments to me via email, and I might still, I haven't fully fleshed out the course. I might still do that. So let's see. Grading policy. Again, if you did the work, please submit it. I'm flexible. Get that to me. Grades are rather straightforward. If you're an A student, you get an A. There's no minuses and pluses and all that stuff. Here's the dates and deadlines. Again, I want to keep it short because I can get long-winded, but that's the syllabus. I look forward to this semester. Get rocking and rolling here. Thanks.